Hey YouTube, this is Zari Ballard, and this is the When Love is a Lie audio blog podcast. Today's topic is plausible deniability, what it is, how to recognize it, and how a narcissist uses it to get a free pass for all bad behaviors. We're going to talk all about it. Don't go away. I'll be right back. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Before we get started, make sure you hit the subscribe button along with the bell to get all notifications of new videos, and be sure to hit the like button too for the thumbs up if you like the podcast. Now today I'm going to be reading from my blog, and here's a warning. If any of you are offended by the F word, you might as well turn back now, because I'm reading from my article and I can see that I sprinkled it all throughout and for effect. So think about that. If it offends you, you might as well turn it off. And if it doesn't, then let's continue on. Plausible deniability is the narcissist's free pass. When the narcissist is confronted with a lie, he will instantly create plausible deniability so that doubt is cast on the very facts or evidence laid out before him or her. Within seconds, a narcissist can spin a story to cover a story to cover a story, intentionally confusing the accusing partner who is typically taking great pains to present the evidence that couldn't possibly be denied. It's amazing how they do it, and it's even more amazing how we fall for it or accept the lie that covers the lie. But this is how the narcissist gets a free pass in everything he or she does. Plausible deniability is what makes us look the other way. Give this person another chance. Give them the benefit of the doubt. With just enough plausible deniability in a story, a narcissist can get away with murder while holding the bloody knife. It's truly a talent, because the narcissist, as busy as he is day to day, must always be ready to create a story on the fly to cover the initial story that he spun to perpetuate the lie. But he does it, and he does it well. What do you mean you saw a naked girl running out the back door this morning? I don't know what you're talking about. Was my car here? No. What do you think? That I parked it down the street? Yeah, right. I went to work early. Call my boss. Go ahead. Do it. Unless you have pictures, you better fucking back off. Something's wrong with you. And unless you do have pictures, what the fuck are you going to do about it? It doesn't matter that you saw it with your own eyes. It doesn't matter that you chased this girl down the street. His car wasn't there. How convenient. And you better just shut up. Yes, plausible deniability is an amazing thing. Now, I really started to think about this particular narcissistic maneuver after receiving a heartbreaking comment from a woman who was going through hell right about now and happened to stumble across my book. Her descriptions of her narcissistic husband's crazy-making behavior, the silent treatments, and her manipulation-induced reactions were a chilling reminder of how often I dealt with the same crap, no matter how many facts I laid out before my ex. The standard response was always to deny, or to completely ignore and then distract from the obvious truth by shifting the blame onto me, until somehow he had me begging to be forgiven for confronting him. Now, how crazy is that? And we've all been there. I hear it day after day. To create plausible deniability is a narcissist's tactic, a defense mechanism for automatically kicking back the insinuation that he would never even consider doing whatever it is you're accusing him of doing. It matters not that the evidence of his betrayal is front and center. Evidence and fact mean absolutely nothing. Evidence, in fact, will piss him off. Maybe these sound a little familiar. What are you talking about? You're delusional. That's right. You just keep bringing up the past. Now you're making shit up. I think you're bipolar. Now I know why nobody likes you. You're a liar. I think you need to get professional help. You're paranoid. Oh, and let's not forget the silent stare, which says all of the above and more. The words used by narcissistic partners appear so amazingly similar and universal because narcissism stems from an ideology that runs very deep. It's a one-way ideology that spawns the pathological relationship agenda that I talk about in my books, especially in When Love is a Lie. This particular manipulation is so nefarious and passive-aggressive that it is often referred to as covert narcissism. And yes, it most certainly does appear many times to be a covert operation, doesn't it? You bet it does. Because it is extremely difficult for someone normal to fathom thinking in the capacity that it always appears a narcissist is thinking, we choose instead to sort of believe the lie. See, this is where we get into trouble. Sometimes the narcissist's lie is so ludicrous, okay, that it's even easier to let it go rather than imagine that he or she, meant to do what you think he's done. We bargain with logic. Sometimes we'll let the evidence go in lieu of confronting him at all, because in doing that, we take the risk of stumbling around trying to get our words right. We develop that crippling codependency to hope that does nothing but get us into trouble. The N, of course, is hip to all of it, okay, and counts on our confusion and his own absurdity as his free pass to do just about anything he pleases during the relationship and get away with it. We start to count on the plausible deniability ourselves so that we don't even have to deal with it. Think about that, how crazy that is. We're looking for the lie, for the crazy-ass lie. We're looking for it so that we can let it go, okay? We want it to be ludicrous. That way we can just we don't have any choice but to let it go, okay? It's either that or make the biggest wave possible, and we're not going to do it. I mean, it's not as if we've never tried to get the truth out of the narc, okay? And when we do dare to attempt it, well, here's an anecdote, okay? One time, way back, I was driving my car with the N in the passenger seat, and for whatever reason, I felt triggered into bringing up a still unresolved situation where I knew for a fact he had lied to me. And to give you the quick backstory, it was one of those silent treatments, and he sent me a quick note, or he came back, and he said that he'd been back east visiting his dad. But what he didn't know was that during the 2 weeks or 3 weeks that he was gone, I saw his car in town. I knew he was here. So I was waiting for him to come back. Okay, so then whatever happened, I let it go when he came back like normal, like I usually did. But then we had a conversation, and it went something like this. Me, what about that? Tell me the fucking truth. Why did you disappear? Where did you go? Why did you do that to me? Him, I already told you. Told me what? No. What you told me was a lie. You vanished for 2 solid weeks and then text me with a lie about flying back east to see your dad. I saw your truck in town, and I want the truth. Him, wow, you're not well. What is your problem? What brought all this on? Me, answer the question. I saw your truck. I checked the airlines. You didn't go anywhere. Don't you get it? Don't you get it? Him, talking over me. There is something wrong with you, and I am sick of this shit. I don't think I want to do this anymore. Me. Don't try to twist it around. Just tell me the truth for once. Tell me the fucking truth. Where were you for 2 weeks? Do you have pictures of your trips? A boarding pass? Anything? Him. Oh my God, just shut the fuck up. No, you don't. You just expect me to believe a ridiculous, stupid story. You don't even own a suitcase. You're not going to tell me, are you? I just have to let it go. Is that it? Is that my only option to everything that you do? Him, he's screaming by now. I said I told you already. Are you fucking deaf? Me. What? What'd you tell me? That you went back east? Yes. But it's a lie. I saw your truck. And as a matter of fact, Chris saw you. Really now? Did Chris see me with someone? No, but that's not... See? What more do you want from me? Shut the fuck up. Me. Stop telling me to shut up. The fact is that you weren't at your apartment for 2 weeks. You were with someone. Now tell me the truth. Him. I already told you where I was. Me crying by now. Stop lying. Oh my God, I'm begging you to just stop lying. Him. You're such a bitch. You never believe anything I say anyway, so what's the point? Me sobbing. Please. The truth. Just tell me the truth. That's it. I'm done. Let me out of this car. It never ends. Oh my God. Him. Yeah, tell me about it. You must really, really hate me. I am so sick of this. Me. Over and over and over. Please, just tell me the truth. Him. That's right. You just keep bringing up the past. The past? How can you say that? We're talking about last month. Him. You know what? We were having a great day, and you just had to fuck it up, didn't you? That's what happened here. So don't try to blame it on me. No wonder everyone thinks you're a bully. A bully? Who's everyone? Name someone. See? This is what I mean. What the fuck are you talking about? That's a distraction. I know what you're doing. Him. Oh yeah, I forgot. You know everything. You're just so much smarter than everyone else. Tell me, how does it feel to be so smart? Oh my God, you are so mean. Please stop. Stop what? I didn't start this. You did, you moron. And I'm just crying. Him. Yeah, it's always my fault. If I'm so bad, then what the fuck are you with me for? Me. All I wanted was the truth. I don't even know. Him. Yeah, well, that makes two of us. You just better take me fucking home before I lose it. Does that sound familiar? I have a name for this type of manipulation. I call it the distraction reaction. And if it wasn't so despicable, it would actually be pretty funny. We've all been there, and I'm sure most would agree that the above conversation describes, more or less, one of the more fairly common manipulative, word-twisting, narcissistic scenarios that occur whenever we dare to request the truth. And although it's exhausting for us, for the end, it's just business as usual. The narcissist enjoys the lie so much that he'll lie even when the truth is a better story. Yes, I remember it well, and I'm sure you do too. The stuff nightmares are made of. It is these types of conversations that should remind us just how sacred no contact really is. Don't believe a ridiculous story. Do not choose to believe a ridiculous story. Plausible deniability is something you can't prove. This is how they get away with it. They're so good at keeping their worlds from colliding that we can never prove anything. So, and my ex would tell me that. He'd say, you can't prove that. And he was right, I couldn't prove it. So what are you going to do with that? This is why I say you have to be confident in the truth that you know. And what you know is, that was a ridiculous story. It's not logical. It doesn't make any sense. He's lying. It doesn't matter if you can prove it. You know it. And that is where you've got to go with it. That is where you've got to find your power and take it back. Be confident in the truth that you know. And even better, and even more important, know that he knows the truth, because he does. And you need to get used to the beautiful and calming, lovely sound of silence, the silence of no contact. You can do it. Okay, everybody, thank you for coming and listening to my audio podcast today. I hope you learned a little bit about plausible deniability and how to recognize it and how you don't have to deal with it. I'd love to talk to you about it. If you'd like to give me a call, book some time with me, you can get me on my website, thenarcissisticpersonality.com, and click on, I do offer email counseling as well. You can click on Speak with Zari and you can get to me. My books are on Amazon, Barnes & Nobles, and I'll be getting that Facebook page up, and you can find me on Twitter. I hope you have a wonderful day. This is Zari Ballard, and you've been listening to the When Love is a Lie audio blog podcast. Hit all those buttons, and I'll see you next time.